It's actually really hard to believe that we're done with this. I felt like it lasted forever, and then I was like, oh wait, we're done. Did you spot the new block that I added? Did you recognize one? I think it's funny. I got the camera out so that I could take a quick video of this quilt top, and obviously Daisy came outside with me, and I just thought it was so funny because she was like, we're playing, right? So we definitely played for quite a long time before I even got this up and to show you guys, but I'm not mad about it. You can see in the video, we're both pretty pumped to be outside. I decided to do a solid kind of beigey tan border. I have some solids left over from our gingham quilt, the one that's still undone. One of these days I'll finish that one. But I used one of the fabrics from that quilt top as my border. I felt like that quilt top didn't need any more excitement, so a solid border was the right choice. So if you didn't guess, this was the one that I made for the quilt top here. Actually, convenient. It's right there. I didn't even do that on purpose. Wait, I mean, I did that on purpose. I left it there. I see a plus sign, but I also see kind of like a pinwheel in there. I thought that was a good way to bring in some color, and we're gonna make that today. I'm having a lot of emotions this morning. I am so happy and glad that I was able to get a video of that because it is such a beautiful, sunny, warm day today. Hallelujah. And I'm also like, oh, no more pulling it out. It's just gonna sit here now until I decide to quilt it. It's bittersweet, right? You're glad that it's done and that you've accomplished it, but at the same time you're like, oh, it's over. Okay, well, I guess let's move on to this block, huh? I don't know what you call this. I have a confession for you. I see a lot of blocks and then I screenshot them and then like I reverse engineer and figure out how to make it. That sounds a little bit like plagiarism. But I also can't imagine that this block has only been created by one person. You know what I mean? So then I don't feel bad about it because I feel like all quilting blocks have to start somewhere. And someone's probably already done it. So half of me is like, ugh, you probably shouldn't admit that. And the other half of me is like, who cares? We'll figure it out. And what do we need for this one? I am refreshing my brain. Okay, this is a 12.5-inch unfinished block so that it would fit in our quilt top here. I have 8 background squares. 4 of them need a diagonal, but I didn't draw that, so that's cool. Then next up we have 4 3.5 by 6.5 rectangles. And then we have 4 3.5-inch squares of a contrasting color. So both of these, well, actually all 3 of these are in my shop. This is the Bloomberry Dots and Mint, and this is the new Dainty Daisy and Jade. And they are so gorgeous together. Granted, I did get a lighter mint to go with this Jade, but this Bloomberry Mint is like a match made in heaven. I love these cone flowers. So these have actually been in my shop since the very beginning, and I ordered a whole other bolt of it because I love it so much. So I'm just over here like quietly hoarding that by the bolt. It's okay. It's okay. Let's put this one together. This one is pretty simple. Let me draw these diagonals real fast. Usually I'm more prepared. I think the playing in the backyard like got my brain somewhere else. So as you can see in this one, we've got the jade and the background square together, and then we've got our strip here. So we're kind of making these corner blocks right now. For the diamond in the middle, we're going to be sewing this background with a diagonal. right here on the end of this rectangle. They just all need to be going the same direction. Just like that. And then we're going to sew right on that line and then trim our 1/4 inch off. And all of these jades are going to go right sides together and sewn onto those backgrounds. So let's batch through all of this. We'll talk about trimming and then I'll go iron, okay? Don't tell anyone, but we should be magicked right now. You shouldn't be seeing any of this. I made sure that I had a full bobbin, but look at my spool. So here's the random little game we're gonna play here. Am I gonna have enough thread on this spool to finish my block? I actually have one time run out of my spool and my bobbin at the same time. So here I am, just lowering the standards for everyone who's feeling a little insecure today. You're welcome. There we have our 2 squares together, and we have our points, and we have sewn right on that diagonal. To trim these, like I said, we're just going to give ourselves that 1/4 inch seam allowance. So find your 1/4 inch on your ruler, line that up with your seam, find your always missing rotary cutter. Why do I hide it from myself all the dang time? And trim our seam allowance there. There we go. Let me whip through the rest of these real fast. Next, we're just gonna go iron these open, and I'm just gonna iron the background up and over for both sets. We could split seams or iron the seams open if we wanted, but there's really not gonna be a lot of bulk in this one, so personal preference, whatever you choose is perfect. I'll see you in a sec. All right, let's put those scraps off to the side and let's put this block together. With these rectangles, with these rectangles, we're gonna just be aiming for that diamond in the middle. So if you're not sure how to get these lines in here, then just make your diamond. It'll work out every time. And the jade is going to come to where these mint green polka dots meet. So it's going towards the center of our blocks. And there you have it. Super simple, right? You could probably tell why I picked it. Let's put these squares together. So we'll just sew our 2 squares to our rectangles in each and every one of these corners, and then we'll put the block together. Should we just do it all at once? Yeah, I think we should. You guys have got this. I trust your abilities. Here we go. Ta-da! It turned out pretty cute, right? Now I have 2 twinsies of these blocks that I don't know what to do with, so there's that. I guess I just really wanted to show you that the bloomberry and this jade are. I guess that's it. So there is the last and final block if you needed an odd number like I did. If you just decided to do the 12 blocks, then obviously this one's irrelevant. But for me, weirdo, that was like, I could do 12 blocks and then I could double it and then I could make it an odd number. That's how I quilt. There's my quilting math. Isn't that great? My husband loves it. My engineer husband loves my quilt math. All right, friends, I am really looking forward to Monday. I keep getting more blocks in, and I've had a few email submissions as well. So we are going to get to see some more blocks on Monday, which again is wonderful because I'm continuing to work on starlets. Doesn't look like I've gotten very far since last time, but I got the mulberry quilt off to the quilter finally, and I finished up that quilt top. So I've been productive in the background. Maybe it doesn't look like it, but I am, okay? Get off my back. I'm kidding. You all are wonderful. We'll see you on Monday for more blocks. See ya! And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Did I make it with the thread on my spool? Yeah, by like a lot. I could have done a couple of blocks with that. What was I even worried about? Who knew I had enough? Go ahead, you can tell me.